You're listening to the Michael Baisden Show podcast.
We're looking for real parents to call in today, and I'm giving out the Golden Nose Award. Now, George used to call it the belt. What was the Golden Belt Award?
The Golden Belt Award. This is for parents that spank that ass when they need to be spanked.
Jeff is on the line. Jeff, how you doing? What's going on, man?
I'm doing good, Mike. How's everything?
Man, it's all good because I'm a real parent. I go through everything. My daughter right now is 26 years old, and she doesn't know it yet. She's looking at me right now. I went through her stuff the minute she dropped it into the house. 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yep, everything.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I mean, I try to be lenient with them, but they sneak. It's too much out there. I know when I was on the computer at a young age, I was doing everything.
He kicking it now.
So what'd you find on the computer, Dad?
Well, I went through the tablet, and, the tablets, they don't have no numbers, but you can download apps with numbers. So I went into the app and seen they had, texting their friends, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
But then went through a particular conversation, and it was like, what's the top 5 sexual positions? Some kind of little sex thing.
How old is your
How old is
child?
she?
12.
Oh. But you know what? You know what? Good for you. So after you saw that, what happened?
No, actually, it took a few days to let it process. It was actually a day. It happened on just yesterday. And then the day I come home, and they got a tablet in their hand talking about they need to do schoolwork.
Man.
So I just sat them down and talked to them. It's like, you know what, maybe I've been a little bit too lenient, give them a little bit of freedom. Because they're real good at school, sports, and all that other stuff.
Right.
But, I mean, it's just the ways of the world.
Let me just say this to you, Dad. It's not necessarily that they're doing anything, but the fact that they're having that kind of conversation in private at 12 years old.
It's normal.
And you're right, it is your responsibility to check in, man.
That's all. There's no reason for alarm, but you should have did that.
Good for you, Dad. You get the Golden Nose Award. Parents, you all need to start going through these tablets, man. Go through the computers, go through the phones, go through everything. Jeff just called in and said he called his 12-year-old daughter on her tablet, and he looked through her conversation she was having, and it was like the top 5 sex positions, a 12-year-old girl. And George, you said that's more common than they think.
It's more common than anything. It's normal. But you know what? Just, to give you a little pat on the back, that's why, people give you a lot of grief. But that's why these shows are important. It's not like we're sensationalizing everything or trying to make it dramatic. This happened yesterday, the man just said.
Caroline, how you doing?
Good evening, guys. How are you?
What's up, you nosy parent? Talk to us.
I am very nosy. First of all, I'm from the island. Island people are very nosy.
Yeah, very nosy.
Y'all are very nosy.
Yes.
I don't knock. I just open her room door. If she's not home, I'm in the drawer. I'm under the mattress. I'm everywhere. And if she's not home, I place everything on her bed. So when she walks in, she knows I was digging, and I dare her to say something.
What island are you from exactly?
Born in the Bahamas. Parents were from Haiti.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Those are the nosiest parents
Are you
in the
kidding
world.
me?
Right
I
there.
had a Haitian cook. I found her in my bedroom in my underwear drawer.
She probably was trying to get a hold of you, George. She probably was trying to put something on you. But
She probably was.
I'm making sure that my daughter is not doing nothing she has no business doing. That's why a lot of these kids have guns. They're doing this, and their parents didn't know. Well, I didn't know he had or she had. No. I'm going to know.
The Golden Nose Award goes to Caroline. Great job, Mom.
Great job.
Woo! Andrea, I hope I got that right. How are you?
Oh, Alexandria, hello. How are you?
Oh, my
Yeah, he was real close.
Thanks, George.
I'm
He was nowhere close.
Hey, man, look, my producers.
Andrea.
I just want to let everybody know that my producer puts these up, and I have to
Don't
read the
blame
name.
it
It's her fault.
on
DB,
her.
stop putting these names up. It's the wrong names.
Listen.
So what's going on, Alexandria?
It's okay that you got it wrong. Listen,
Yes.
you got it right now, right, Alexandria?
That's all I'm saying. What's
That's
up?
all that matters.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful.
We're
Talk
great.
to us about being a good parent or a nosy parent.
Listen, I'm 28. I'm not a parent at all yet. I believe that parents need to be nosy. When I become a parent, I will be nosy. I want to check your book bag. I want to look through your phone. I want to check the browser. I will be stalking your Facebook, Instagram, if that still even exists by the time I have kids. But I believe that that's important. My dad, he gave me a lot of space as a kid growing up, and I wasn't too bad. But I did as a teenager. I think he should have had his eyes on me a lot more than what he did, because I'm going to tell you right now, there was one time my dad caught this boy in my room.
Uh-oh. Alexandria.
Oh, no.
Not you.
He caught a boy. Oh yeah, me. Because I was innocent, Miss Goody Two Shoe. But he did, and he took the he didn't take the hinges off the door. But you know when you want to go lock your door and you can't because that
thing is gone, the bolt is gone.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, he took that out of the door, and I was like, "How come I can't lock my door?" He had a trick for me.
Let me just say this to all the fathers listening right now, this young lady. Do you know how serious it is for a girl to bring a boy to her room in the house where her father is?
Yeah. That's
Wow.
pretty serious. She's taking a big risk.
Right.
She's
Yes.
willing to do anything.
That's right.
George.
So
I'm lucky. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm glad my father.
And so is he.
so is he.
So is
He's
he.
lucky to
Yeah.
be alive. Thanks for calling and letting us know that, Alexandria.
Very good.
Mike Basin, who's this?
This is LaSonia.
Hey, LaSonia, how's everything?
Sonya?
I'm good. Everything's good.
Hey, LaSonia, do you live in Lithonia?
They just cracked themselves.
I'm sorry,
up.
I couldn't help it. It was so much like Lithonia. I'm sorry.
Do you have one on you?
See?
Lasagna.
You play too
Okay,
much.
we'll stop.
They
We'll
do
stop.
play too much.
Okay, so what's going on? What do you say?
Listen, I am not just a nosy parent. I am an extremely nosy parent.
Yeah,
I'm about
there you go.
4'11". My kids are 5'8", 5'9". Listen,
Wow.
Don't
I
matter.
pat them down going out the door.
Yep.
If I see a pocket bulge
Yep.
or something wrong, what's in that pocket, what's in that purse, I dump a book bag on the floor in 30 seconds.
That's what I'm talking about,
What's in your
Lithonia.
mouth?
That's what
If
I'm
that's
talking
in your
about.
mouth.
It's Lithonia. So what about these parents who allow their kids to leave the house with their pants sagging? Isn't that something? They're leaving home like that, and the parents see it.
Not only do they can't leave home that way, I show up at the school to make sure they
There you
don't
go.
change that way.
There you go.
Yeah, because they change. Girls change all the time. They change the clothes in their book bag, and they put the clothes on what they had the parents see. They get
With
to
the
school,
makeup.
go in the bathroom, change the clothes that they're going to wear all day, and change again before they get
I
back
won't
home.
tell you my kids are afraid of me. What I will tell you, I still have the fear of the parent.
First
I
of all,
understand what
I
that
don't think it's a
means.
bad thing that kids fear their parents. I do not, especially when they're young. Because it's better for you to fear me than to fear somebody out in the street.
And there's no circumstances if they don't fear you.
That's right. Hey, Lithonia, thanks for calling.
My
Lasagna.
girl, way to go, Lithonia.
Can you get up something up on you?
Man, you play too much.
Don't get up on you.
Get up on you, Lithonia.
Lasagna.
Take care, lady.
Bye-bye.
You play too much.
I know. Thank you all for tuning in. I got Barbara on the line. Barbara, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lot, and obviously you're getting in your car, Barbara, or getting out. I hear the
Yeah,
bells.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, getting out.
No, it's all good. That means you
Okay,
take
yeah.
us with us everywhere you go, and we appreciate that. So
love
talk to us
that.
about being a nosy parent.
I got to tell you, if I was a nosy parent, I wouldn't have known that my daughter was sexually assaulted by a family member.
See? Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So she actually wrote it in her diary and scratched it out. But as nosy as I was, I read right on those scratches. And when I asked her about it, she said, "Yeah, Mommy, he did it. But I was scared to tell you because I thought you would have killed him."
Oh, my goodness.
And I probably would.
How was it handled? How did you all handle it?
So after I tried to confront him, he's actually in prison already for committing the same act in different states. So he actually got away with what he did to my daughter. So now he's actually got deported back to where he's from. And it just like when, took her to counseling. I had to get counseling. I had to really seek the Lord because I swear to God, I would have gone to that prison and killed him myself.
How is she doing now?
She's doing okay. She's now 32 years old, but the scar, it just stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. Every so often, it just pops back up in her head.
But imagine how bad it could have been had you not known.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I believe in snooping in my children's diary, under the bed, and wherever else, because as long as I'm paying the bills, there's no privacy in my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara gets the Golden Nose Award once again.
Way to go, Barb.
You all
Thank
continue
you.
to call in now, George. I'm sure you understand why we all agree that going through those diaries
Oh, I understood
might be the
before.
thing to do. Yep.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in, man. This is big time
Wow.
stuff here. Parents, be nosy. You can change or save your child's life. Thanks for listening to the Michael Basin Show live stream, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. Now back to the Michael Baisden Show live stream. Anybody can have a child, but not everyone can be a parent. That's what this show says to me. Welcome back. Hope you're all enjoying the best show on radio, the best music, the best affiliates, and more importantly, the best listeners. Please join me on Michael Baisden Live and Michael Baisden Show on Facebook. And George Wilborn, he wants you to reach out to him on Instagram at The Stress Reliever. And right now, we're relieving some stress by talking to the parents, or we're making the kids stressful by listening to us today. Deirdre's on the line. Deirdre, where you calling us from? What's going on?
Hi, I'm calling from Oklahoma.
Okay, City, talk to me about being a real parent.
I am for 100%. I am probably one of the nosiest parents. I don't mind going through my children's things, and they are both adults, and they live at home. But if you live in my house, you got to abide by my rules. And I'm not trying to find out about something after the fact. Going through purses, going through cell phones.
Jeez.
If you got it, I'm going through it.
You said they're adults. How old are your kids?
30.
Well, they're 21 and 22.
Oh, yeah. Still go through it. Wow. Absolutely.
Well, they're grown. They're grown. They're not kids.
They're at home.
They're grown.
They're
at home.
Then they need to move out. They need to move out.
Yes, they do.
That's how I see it. You know, if you want to stay at home, then you got to abide by mom's rules or dad's rules.
Hold on. I wonder how tight the kids' jaws are listening to the show rolling with their parents right now, because I know they are not liking this at all today.
They're like we was feeling back in this day. We're like, I can't wait to get out of my mama house. I can't wait. And we can't wait for you to get out either.
And that's an incentive for them to get out. Don't you agree, Deidre?
I agree. I moved out when I was 19.
Yep.
So, you know, and I haven't been back since. So if they want to do what they want to do, then they can do it in their own residence.
That's my girl. Mad love to you. Golden Nose Award goes to Deirdre. Great job in OK City, Mom. Our new school parents nosier than old school parents.
See, I'm so glad you said that, because I believe, just like television has evolved and internet and all this, so has parenting has to evolve. And are we being old-fashioned in some of these snooping ways y'all talk about, and not giving our kids at least some privacy and some dignity and respect? Have they earned that?
Mary, what do you say about that? Thanks for calling in.
I am an advocate for being a nosy parent, because we are living in a time which, as a parent, we're competing with social media. We are competing with real-time events, and our kids are getting that information in real time.
That's true.
So sometimes we don't have an opportunity to intervene before they already have the information.
Absolutely.
Right.
And so to be a nosy parent and see what our children are writing in their most private moments helps us to better parent. Now, we don't have to address the specifics of what we read, but it lets us know what our children are thinking.
I agree with
that. Hold that thought for me for 1 second, because Tanisha said something before about saying that she wished that her parent had gone through her diary. Now, hold on for me, Mary. I got to ask you all that question. Is it going too far to go through a child's diary? Tanisha, you said
no, it's not. That's why all these school shootings, suicides that happen, if you took time to read what your kids are writing down, some of these situations can be avoided.
I hope you all are engaging each other as you listen to the show about being nosy. Go through your kids' stuff, man.
It's called being aware.
It's called being responsible.
Thank you, guys. It's called being a parent and not being friends with your kids. Natasha, how you doing? What's going on?
Hey, I'm a super duper nosy parent.
Super duper.
My son just graduated high school last year. Prior to that, I synced his iPhone, iPad, everything to my phone. So when he got the message, I got the message.
Yep.
When his friends text that they was lit, you missed it, they was lit. So I went to the school to investigate. When I got to the school and saw the kid, I was like, "Oh, y'all was lit last night. So who getting high?"
Wow.
No, Mom. They didn't mean it like that. They meant that they was like in a real bright place, like it was lit up. Like,
did you go in there in your house shoes and your robe? What did you go in there with?
That's old school, Mom.
That is old school.
I'm in the military and I was in uniform. I went on it was a surprise visit.
That's worse.
And so the kid was like, "Man, your mama at it again."
Miss, you are a nominee for the Golden Nose Award for nosy parents. Give that woman a hand.
Good job.
Way to go, Mom. And what do you say to other parents who think their kids deserve privacy?
Oh, if you live in my house, it's no privacy.
Natasha, thank you for calling, lady. And what do you want to say to your son who's listening right now?
Oh,
Get your ass in the house.
George, we're going to get
saying.
it in, man. All right, let's get in. We're talking about nosy parents or parents who are being responsible, in my opinion. What do you say, man?
I try to be a responsible parent. I have 3 children that I love and think I did a good job with. But I'm asking, if you are a good parent and you've been a good parent, by the time your kid is 12, 13 years old, 14, when you start worrying about peer pressure and stuff like that, do you have to be so hardcore and so steadfast on snooping and not giving them any privacy if you've been raising them and they've been showing that they know some good things to do and show good responsibility? That's all I'm saying. Don't they get rewarded for doing the right thing? And the kids are saying,
reward
hey,
with trust is what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I don't think that you should. What I think you should do is just do it secretly. You know what I mean? I still would check out. I just wouldn't make them feel like they're being interrogated.
So how do we build the trust? How do I build the bond? Because they're not going to stay kids. They're going to grow older. They're going to be teenagers and then grown people.
George,
and then I'm still going to want to have a relationship with them. How do I do that?
I got to tell you, I'm with Tanisha. I don't think you can ever truly trust kids 100%. I think it's dangerous. I
didn't say altogether.
Yeah.
I didn't say altogether. I just said, don't they deserve some privacy when they've shown they've earned it?
Some. Yes, they do. But it's too many pedophiles out there. It's too much drugs, too many weapons. It's too much nonsense out there.
Yes.
You got to protect your kids. And I think, and I'm going to say this and get into this song, I think too many parents are worried about being friends with their kids, and it's costing a lot of our kids sometimes their life. Shay, what's going on? How you doing? Talk to me about being a nosy parent.
I'm good, man. Listen, here we go. You got to be nosy. I have a daughter that's in the Air Force. I can't track her, but I track my other daughter who has she's in college. I'm a law enforcement officer. I've seen a lot of things. Of course I'm going to track her account.
Are you a parent stalker, sir? It sounds like you're a parent stalker.
What? I thought that I wouldn't be, but you're damn right I am.
I know what he's talking about.
You said that you're an officer, Shay. What have you seen that caused you alarm as a parent, as an officer?
You have if you're trying to be these kids' friend, you're gonna have them sneaking out in the middle of the night.
Man.
You're gonna have them doing things from drugs to making money on the street. I've seen these things. Man. And when I approach them,
I disagree with that.
Go ahead.
You know that. You know I disagree with you when you say the same thing that our caller is saying, and I understand what you both are saying, and all the listeners who agree with you. But my son is one of my best friends in the entire world. Straight up.
And so you're saying that to say what?
Saying that I had enough balance and I didn't have to, alienate him and be worried about, him being behind my rule and under my thumb so much that I wasn't able to have a relationship with him and we're friends.
What I'm saying is that you explain the difference between what a friend is than me being their parent, because you still want that child to be able to come and talk to you.
That's all I'm saying.
If you don't allow them to be that, they're going to shut down on you. Make no mistake about it.
And that could be worse. Hey, thank you for calling, Shay. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thanks for listening to the Michael Basin Show live stream, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. Now back to the Michael Basin Show live stream. Sherry, what's your comment about nosy parents? Talk to me, Sherry.
Well, I used to ask my daughter all the time whether or not she was still not having sex. And so I started being nosy and looked into her drawers and then found out that not only did she have sex, but she lost her virginity through a one-night stand. That pissed me off. But the other thing that I did was we used to have a phone where I could record her conversation, and she used to come back after the conversation and say, "Mom, can I go over to so-and-so's house and spend a night?" And my reply would be, "Hell no." And she never did know right now till today why I told her that, because it kept me from having to go upside her head after I found out about the thing of her having sex when she said she wasn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got a little bit problem with this, and I think we've got an obligation as parents to have a certain amount of balance, and I'm not hearing that today. and to be honest with you. And I just think that if we're being good parents, then why do we have to be such the super sleuths that we're talking about and saying and rewarding? And I think, and I reward it too, but you understand what my point is, right?
I just think that, George, with these kids today and having so much access to the internet, the whole world is brought into our homes now. And that means the pedophiles, that means the men who are too old for our daughters and women who are too old for our sons. Yeah. That you already said it earlier today. You have to be more than our parents had to be. They didn't have to contend with all this. So
and that's
it's not
true,
easy
Michael.
being a parent today.
It is not. It is not. It's evolved in ways that we're not sure if this is the right way or not. So it's rather be more than not.
More. That's right. Thanks for calling, Jerry. Thank you all for hanging out with us, man, each and every day on the Michael Basin Show. I think this is a very important show, George. We both have kids. My daughter now, of course, is grown at 26 years old.
Mine
I'm going to tell
well.
you, I don't believe in giving young people privacy. I just think it's a mistake. I got Gina's on the line. Gina, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And it's Tina, as a matter of fact.
Hey, beautiful lady. So talk to me about being a snooping parent.
I believe that periodically every child, girl or boy, should have a shakedown in their room 4, 5, 6 times a year, because you are going to find something. I have found knives. Wow. I have found porno. I have found an Eddie Murphy raw tape in there when he was 13 years old.
You need to call the police.
But you know what? No, it is not a joke, because, boy, you know.
Hold on, you got a bad connection. Put on hold for a second, because I want to comment about, I'm sorry, Tina, that your phone broke up, but she went through it. She said 6 or 7 times a year. Whenever you feel the need, I don't know why parents feel like they owe children privacy. You don't owe a young child a privacy. Whenever you have an inkling that something's going on, go through everything. I know the kids are hating Uncle Mike right now. Go through everything. And then, most importantly, have a conversation about it.
There you go.
Because it's not going to do any good to find it if you're not going to address it and confront it. So I was telling George and Tanisha, and what's the guy's name who work in the studio?
Miles.
Oh, Miles. Right. About how the parents, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about nosy parents. But I want to tell you, George, about the kid who was smoking weed with his parents. He used to actually sit there. We used to actually watch him smoke weed with his parents at home. And a lot of people thought this was really cool. And I was like, man,
that's not cool.
No. How do you respect your parent? You're like, look, I'm going to need you to do your homework.
You know, my aunt let her kids drink in front of her, and they all ended up with DUIs, and they're alcoholics now.
Wow. Oh, now my mama gave me a little sip of Mogan David there now.
Mogan David. Diane, what do you say about the parents drinking and smoking with their kids?
Oh, no, not that. No, not that. No, you don't smoke weed with your kids. You don't drink with your kids. You cannot have no relationship with your kids if your kids is smoking and drinking and doing all other stuff.
Okay.
You cannot do that. They will not respect you.
They won't respect you. I agree with that.
And why would they? You know, my friend also, I had another friend whose parents allowed him to keep girls over his house, and they would spend the night when he was 16 years old. I was like, yes,
get up,
man.
Hey, my mama, get off my mama. Get out of my life, man.
No, George, no.
I turned out just fine, Candy.
Well, that's questionable. Thank you, Diane. Thanks, family, for listening to the Michael Basin Show podcast, sponsored by VideoPitch.com. Go to VideoPitch.com now and be a part of our growing community of writers, video producers, and filmmakers, and get paid to share your business, opinion, and talent with the world. That's VideoPitch.com. Write it down, family. Write it down. VideoPitch.com.